All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Buffalo Bills in today's video. So about 48 hours, 2 days from now, the Buffalo Bills are at home against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, a couple of days ago, I made my first ever Buffalo Bills video on this channel, and I was saying, well, to me, as a Green Bay Packers fan, as a guy who's got absolutely no skin in the game here, with 2 AFC games in a divisional round, to me, it's pretty obvious the Buffalo Bills are going to win this game, or at least they should win this game. And, Lamar's a really good quarterback. Josh Allen's obviously a really good quarterback. But for me, it's as simple as, all right, Josh Allen, very good in the playoffs, right? Maybe they haven't made it to the Super Bowl. Maybe they haven't won a Super Bowl, but whatever. Josh Allen himself plays good in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson doesn't. It's in Buffalo. It's the divisional round of the playoffs. The Buffalo Bills lost 0 home games this entire regular season. And while maybe you could argue Baltimore has the better roster, I'm going to trust the better quarterback at home in a freezing cold Sunday night primetime television game to get into the AFC Championship. But then I was aware of what went into the 35-10 loss in week 4 to Baltimore, because I don't even really, this game's obviously going to be close, but as far as me making a prediction on who's winning this, it's not even close how much it's in Buffalo's favor. But folks, before we get into this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. This is my second ever Bills video, so if we can try and get this to 25 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. But folks, this video is also sponsored by BetUS. More on that in a couple of minutes. I was just randomly scrolling through Twitter, and I saw this, it was some random Baltimore versus Buffalo, hype thing on Twitter or whatever. And I saw this random comment, and it's got like 52 views. This is in the trenches of a Twitter reply, and it's crazy we're even talking about this. But some guy was like, this is definitely not a toss-up. The Bills didn't have all-pro linebacker Matt Milano, starting linebacker Terrell Bernard, all-pro cornerback Teron Johnson, 4-time Pro Bowler Amari Cooper, run stuffer Jordan Phillips, and Josh fractured his hand 3 weeks prior, aka week 1, in their win against the Arizona Cardinals. And it made me do some digging because, like I just said, this is only my second ever Buffalo Bills video. So I went back to that game and I realized, oh my God, he's 100% right. And also you have to take it with a grain of salt because we're talking about a week 4 regular season game. Take it with a grain of salt, right? But then I go on The Athletic and I see an article from Joe Buscaglia, and he wrote an article talking about how the Bills defense has changed since week 4. So it's all starting to add up. And I did not realize in my Bills video a couple of days ago when we were talking about Ravens Bills week 4 that 46% of the Bills defensive personnel will be different from week 4. That is an insane statistic. And one of his really good examples was the 2 starting linebackers in that game against the Baltimore Ravens were Dorian Williams and Balin Spector. Now, since that time, Williams is actually a really solid backup, but he's backup, right? He's got a lot of athleticism, a big-time player, very bright future in the NFL, but he's, like we just said, they were missing their 2 superstar, maybe I'm being a little dramatic. They were missing their 2 star linebackers in that game. And then you have, all right, guys, before we get back into this video here, once again, shout out to our sponsor, BetUS. We're over here on their website right now looking at the 2025 NFL Super Bowl winner. Kind of funny here, the Buffalo Bills are not even favored at home to beat Baltimore this upcoming Sunday evening. Baltimore's plus 450, but Buffalo over here on BetUS is sitting at plus 550. Wanted to bring that to your attention in case it intrigues you, but keep in mind, guys, they're offering 150% bonus on your first deposit and also 125% bonus on your next 2, all with the code YouTube150. Let's get back to the video. Williams, like I said, is a backup. Spector was also a backup, but he keeps landing on IR. The Bills also lost top safety Taylor Rapp in the second quarter after only 16 snaps. So then you had rookie Cole Bishop come in and replace him, and this is week 4. So this is his first ever meaningful, not garbage time snaps of his young NFL career. And at that point, it was already 14-3. So, like I said in that tweet, Terrell Bernard and Matt Milano replace him, and these are two absolute studs. Matt's had some injury issues in the last 2 seasons, but at this time of recording, 2 nights from the game, he is healthy. All right. So, with Bernard, Milano, Johnson, Rapp, Williams, Lewis, all in their intended roles, it pretty much means there's 6 upgrades to the players who last took on Baltimore in week 4. And also, I vaguely remember this because, once again, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. All right. I have no skin in the game against the Buffalo Bills. Like I said, this is my second time making a Bills video. It's hard to keep in tune with all 32 teams in the NFL, let alone if they're not even in your conference and you don't play them and you don't have to worry about them. But Josh Allen on a fractured hand in week 1, right at the end of the game in the Arizona Cardinals, that's something I completely forgot about. And this isn't even mentioning because, I'm a big fan of like comeback stories. Like people keep bringing up Peyton Manning in regards to Lamar Jackson this week. And I'm all about, situations matter, right? Aaron Rodgers, huge Aaron Rodgers fan. He is the greatest quarterback, the most talented quarterback of all time, in my opinion. But obviously, I'm a biased Green Bay Packers fan. You can say after that Super Bowl win 15 years ago that he never really had meaningful playoff success. But as a Packers fan, most of that usually was not on Aaron Rodgers. So I do want to give Lamar Jackson the benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, we have only really seen Lamar Jackson crumble in the playoffs. Josh Allen on the other side, he excels. Josh Allen is built for this. And he still had an MVP season with a fractured hand. Over 3,700 total passing yards, 28 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. But for me, and also 500 rushing yards and 12 rushing touchdowns. Crazy season. 40 total combined touchdowns for Josh Allen, the MVP candidate, although, sorry, Bills fans, is probably going to Lamar. James Cook is the difference maker to me. Shakir is a stud. Keon Coleman's really intriguing. 19.1 yards per catch. Forget about it. Dalton Kincaid, bright future. Mac Hollins, underrated. Dawson Knox, super reliable. Amari Cooper. We haven't seen anything consistently crazy in Buffalo, but that's kind of the whole shtick with Josh Allen is you don't need a Stephon Diggs. You could bring in, you can give Josh Allen talented wide receivers like Amari Cooper, Coleman, Shakir, Kincaid, whatever. And, every week one of them or maybe 2 of them is going to go off. Like it's a team effort. But the real difference maker to me is James Cook. It's something the Buffalo Bills haven't really had in playoff games to this magnitude in recent years. James Cook is obviously a stud. 207 total attempts. He ran for just a little over 1,000 yards, 4.87 yards per carry. James Cook on over 200 attempts is averaging almost 5 yards per carry. He also has 16 rushing touchdowns. They've got the quarterback, they've got the offensive line, they've got the running game, they've got the defense, they've got the weapons on offense at wide receiver and tight end. As a non-biased football fan, to me, especially at home with a better quarterback, it's clear that I think the Buffalo Bills are going to win this game. Folks, that is it for me. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. If you guys want more Bills videos, let me know down below. But as always, thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video. But most importantly, give me your score prediction for this game on Sunday evening down below. Peace.